Hello, everybody, and welcome to tonight's stream. One moment. There we go. So, tonight we've got a pretty fun stream planned. At least I think it's pretty fun. Today, we are building a forest. Now, I've spent most of my day setting this project up for tonight, and I am really excited to actually get this thing started. We're definitely not going to be able to complete the entire forest tonight because it's a pretty daunting task, but we're definitely going to get a huge chunk of this thing completed, and it's going to look incredible. So let's get to it. All right, so heading on inside here, I have collected a whole lot of resources for this forest. And, well, that's just about it. I collected a whole bunch of resources and I set up some cool tools, and I'm ready to get things going. So let's do it, shall we? First of all, I actually need to change some mouse settings real quick before I start. So let me just... I can't see my mouse settings. Give me a sec. This is definitely going to break the stream. It's okay. The stream is back. We're good. We're good. We're good, right? Yep, we're good. All right. So now I can control the Litematica stuff from my mouse. So here I've got these Litematica previews set up, and I now can control these options from my mouse. If I set it to single layer, using my mouse buttons, I can control all this, which is going to be incredibly useful. So, I think we should start on this side, but I don't actually see where the where the thing is. Huh. Yeah, I don't actually know. Okay. That's unneeded. Yeah, all right. Let's choose one of these to do first. Let's do the smaller one just to get a taste. And there it is. All right, so for these, I'm trying to do a bit more of like a realistic tree design. So I've got like tuff and dripstone and all these other random things in there, which sound weird, I bet, but it looks really cool. So it's definitely going to be worth it. No. You're not allowed to play in this world. Only me. Ah, we placed the first block. All right. So these things are going to have a lot of random little bits just kind of hanging off the sides, and they're probably going to be a bit of a pain to build, but with the schematic, it should go pretty quick. So if it does, then we'll go ahead and design even more forest. Oh yeah, that's going to look awesome, isn't it? That's going to look great. Also on these trees, I'm very proud. I put a whole lot of detail into these. So there's highlights, there's like little bark sections that have been torn up and destroyed by like an animal of some sort, which using that armor stand mod, we might be able to add. And then I've also added a whole bunch of pine cones using pots, which, by the way, incredibly expensive to get a whole lot of. Like, incredibly expensive. They look like little pots, or acorns. They look like little acorns. And from down here, so cute. Oh, I also have azalea leaves in here, so it's like little highlights on the tree. So the way you could think about it is depending on what direction you want the sun to be coming from in your build, you can why can't I place this? Depending on whatever direction you want the sun to be coming from on your build, I added these brighter leaves as highlights. So the sun would be coming in from this angle here. Now, because of the way I set this up, the highlights are going to be probably a little bit random, actually, which is really good because we don't want them to be, you know, the exact same on every single tree, but some might be facing a random direction. And quite frankly, we're just going to lean into that. I mean, the sun moves, the highlights aren't going to move. So no matter what angle you look at this from, you should be able to see some highlights that look like they would make sense while the others are hidden. So it should be, I hope, looking really cool. Why would the prices be going up? It's just clay. Also, they're not pots, they're acorns in this case, all right? All right, we're so close to finishing our first tree, which I really am excited to see what this is going to look like. For some reason, I can't place that there. All right, there we go. So that is our first tree. Now I got to get down from here without dying. Easy. Well, boohoo. Go play Minecraft. Yeah. You know, I rebinded the key so I can hide this stuff. What key was it? Well, that doesn't get rid of the binding box. So I don't think that's the key I was looking for, but I don't know. It looks pretty good. If I do this and then hit that, no, the box is still there. Whatever. Look at that. Now imagine an entire forest made of those. It's going to look fantastic. Oh, I've been planning this all day. I got to admire this one tree for a hot second here. And look, you see what I mean about the highlights? From all the way up here, the sun is beaming down. You can see those highlights. It's gonna look pretty good. Gonna look fantastic. All right, let's go get some more trees built. And yes, this is what we're going to be doing pretty much all night. So if you don't like it, sorry. 74. If I'm not mistaken, there's supposed to be a tree around here somewhere. The issue is I don't know where these trees are supposed to be exactly, so I gotta find wherever the base layer is. Oh, I turned off rendering. That's why I couldn't find a single tree. That explains a lot. Also, what's wrong in here? Oh no, I missed a leaf. Oh, I missed a leaf. Yeah, I can't let that slide. Can't let that slide. Let's go up over here. I have plenty of extra spruce leaves. I got so many. I tore down an entire forest in preparation for this, so should be no problem if we lose a couple. All right, so I was right. There is a tree right here. I just had rendering turned off. This is layer 74. There it is. But before we do that, we gotta take a nap. All right. So here we go. We got another tree to build. And so the acacia here, if you guys actually look at pictures of real life like pine trees, while in Minecraft, the texture on a spruce tree, which is typically the wood I would use for something like this, it's brown. In reality, they're actually more of like this grayish tone. So using tuff and acacia, I'm able to really get that. And of course, they do have brown highlights, but they're not like complete dark brown trees like in reality. If you look at them real closely, it's a bit more of a grayish color, especially when you look at them from a distance. So to better capture that in reality, to better capture that realistic element in game, we're using a bunch of these gray tone blocks, and then we're adding these like broken hanging branches just all over the place to simulate those brown, accents. That they're more accents. The whole tree isn't brown, it's got accents. And it's got different tones. You can see like bark spots here where maybe something was torn off the tree or an animal was, I don't know how something would be rubbing up against it that high up. Maybe a bird was picking away at it to make a nest or something. Who knows? But it just adds character. And it allows people to just kind of imagine what the story behind that tree is, which is really kind of something we're trying to captivate here. We want this to be like a place that you can just kind of look around and just kind of get lost in thought and wonder and just be like in awe. Ooh. All right. Since we have not gotten elytras yet, this is the most like sky high possible view I've been able to get, really, besides the free cam, but it's just not the same with free cam. So this is actually really nice to be able to just see the builds from up here. Yeah, this is starting to look nice. So I think I'm gonna have to remember, but I'm pretty sure there are 6 trees in this little section over here. And then over there, I didn't count, to be honest. There's so many trees. I don't actually know the exact number, but there's enough that it required over a double chest of spruce leaves. So there's that meant. I didn't activate my recording. Well, I'm not tearing down these 2 trees, so I'll just start it after this. Little unfortunate. Oh well. Everyone makes boo-boos, I guess. Hopefully it won't be that big a deal. Oh, come on, again? How many times do I gotta tell you guys, you're not supposed to be here? Thank you, Darwin. Ooh. Alright, we can make that. Yep. Honestly, I'm really curious, actually. My armor is pretty good armor. I wonder if I could actually survive if I jumped off the top of that tree. I believe this is the tallest variant I designed. So I think this is a 38 block tall tree. Either 38 or 42, so I think I could survive that. I'm kind of scared to find out, though. It's only 1 life and all that. All right, let's activate these. Turn off rendering. Oh, yeah. Not you, brother, but Neuro. Okay. All right. Yeah, very, very amazing individual. Sure. That's one way of putting it. Oh, and look at all the pine cones. You see what I mean on this tree? How the highlights are more directed over here. So when the sun, wherever it is, I think it's You can't even really see it in the shaders. It's just directly above us right now. So in this situation, it's like a bit more accurate, more realistically when the sun is rising. It'll be accurate for those highlights. But when the sun is setting, the highlights on this tree will make more of a pop. And you're not even going to really see these highlights too much because they're going to really pop when you're coming from this way. You see, like it's going to be a little random, but it's going to look so incredibly cool and beautiful. So, oh, I'm so excited. All right, but before we get more trees built, we got to get rid of these guys. This is the third time today. I don't know why they keep coming by, but you guys got to go. Yes, you with the bushy eyebrows. Get. Also, aren't there usually 4 of you? Where'd the other one go? Poosh. That was a mace. That would have been such a cool hit. Speaking of a mace, we should really get one of those soon. That'd be a lot of fun. Alright, seriously, where is the 4th pillager? Huh. Alright, I don't know. Maybe he just, you know, died or something? Who knows? I didn't see him anywhere, though. Alright, there are 4 more trees in this little section over here. 1, 2, the next one's gonna be somewhere over here. Is it you? It is you. Alright. Also, let me real quickly just, my screen's not black on Twitch. I'm watching the stream on Twitch right now. I can see it all. I don't know why you would be seen black. Huh. Yeah, I don't know, because I can see the Twitch stream right here, and it's showing absolutely everything. I don't know. You only see black too. Well, why is that? Because I can see all of it. Alright, let me hit this. Did that do anything for you? How about now? Did that change anything? I really don't understand why Twitch would just be showing black. I keep having so many unnecessary issues with Twitch. I don't understand. You feel bad for me. Yeah, I don't understand. YouTube seems to be just fine. Twitch, for some reason, is dying over there. And what I don't understand is on my end, it looks just fine. So I don't even know how to, like, problem solve that. Because for me, it's showing a perfectly functional stream. Let me try something. Yeah, I see it. It's just black. I don't understand why, though. Huh. I don't understand Twitch. It just does this for some reason. See, originally it didn't like my, the video encoder I was using. So I switched that to one that it preferred, and it seemed to work good for a single stream. For like one whole stream, it worked. After that, it's just giving me issues. There were audio issues, and then it had more like delay issues and whatever. And I don't understand why Twitch just doesn't like to function. Let me see if I can try one other thing. Okay. Do. I don't think OBS should have any real, like, issues with Twitch, though. Like, plenty of people use OBS. I just don't understand why it can't seem to function correctly ever. YouTube never seems to have any issues, but Twitch just never wants to work right. Okay, I'm gonna change a setting real quick and we're gonna see what it does. I mean, that's possible, I don't know. All right, I changed another thing. Can you see stuff on Twitch? No, you cannot. I don't get it. It's so weird. I don't understand why Twitch is doing this. What do I got to do? That's entirely possible, actually. All right, I'm going to do that. Okay, I did a thing. So, all right. It's live. Is it up yet? I don't know. All right, no, I really don't know. Oh. You can watch the stream replay and it looks fine. Yeah, I have it pulled up here on my phone. Huh. I don't understand what is going on here. Because I can see the entire stream over here on the other monitor, and it's showing the exact same thing I'm looking at on my main monitor. Like, it's working just fine. So I don't understand what's going on here. Okay, Twitch, I think, is working now. I just did a stream restart, and I pull it up on my phone, and it's running, but like every 20 seconds it says unexpected. No, it's like dead again. What is going on with Twitch? I don't know what's going on with Twitch. Yeah, no, it just doesn't seem to be working again. All right, that's unfortunate. I'm just gonna have to end the Twitch stream because that is not functioning right. And something I did seems to have affected the YouTube stream. No, 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 no. Ah. Why is it doing this again? No. It did this once before, and it was because I had I didn't have the right video encoder selected, so I fixed that issue. Why is it doing this now? Hmm. Hmm. I do not understand what's happening. What in the world is happening right now? Huh. Okay, okay, problem solved. Hopefully, my issues stay fixed. Yeah, Twitch is not functioning right for some reason, but YouTube appears to be okay. I hope. Yeah, YouTube seems to be functioning just fine. I don't understand what it is with Twitch. It always has some weird issue that just ruins my night. And I don't understand why it does it. I think I've only ever had like one good stream on Twitch. For some reason, my original issue with Twitch was because of the video encoder. I know that, so I then switched to another video encoder, and it worked fine for maybe 2 streams, 1 or 2. And then it just kind of stopped. And I don't understand why, because I hadn't touched any settings, but it just stopped working. And it's had on and off issues since then. And I don't really understand why. No matter what I do, it just has an issue. I've never had the issue I had just now, though. That's a new issue that I can add to the list. That's fun. Yeah, I don't get that. I was able to go back and watch the VOD. I pulled it up on my phone and it worked just fine. It had video and everything. So I don't understand how it didn't have live footage, but it has the footage in the VOD. Like, what? I don't even know where to begin on that. So absolutely weird and random. Well, after that 15-minute detour, at least we can finally get back to building trees. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out. Hopefully I can fix it, but no promises. Certainly not gonna be tonight, though. That'll probably be something we test on Friday. All right, well, the tree is coming along very nicely here. I cannot wait to upgrade my world here. I am probably about a week away from being able to upgrade to the newest version, which is 21.5, I believe. I don't think they had any like hot fixes or something. Meaning that once we actually upgrade, we can get leaf litter all over our forest here, which will be fantastic. So I'm probably going to try and upgrade Friday night. So anyone who's interested in getting leaf litter with me and upgrading there, Friday is when we'll be doing that. All right, that is 4 trees in. And the area is starting to look really quite nice. Oh yeah, look at that. It's subtle, like right now, because there's only 4 trees, but once this area is completely packed full of forest, this is going to be fantastic. This is quite a time-consuming process, though. Oh, I nearly fell through that hole. There we go. Nice clutch. Are there 3 more trees? Oh yeah, there's 3 more trees. I was wrong. Sorry. There's 7 trees here, not 6. All right, tree number 5. We can take this one all the way up. Why can't I? There we go. Fence gate. All right. Tree is starting to look pretty nice. Did that fix the issue? No. All right. I don't know what's up with those leaves. Okay, we're getting somewhere. This is actually starting to look pretty nice. I still can't believe how long it took to actually collect all the clay to make these flower pots. It actually took forever. You see, I did eventually find a swamp, which was very nice because, you know, clay spawns in abundance over there, but... Oh, we're out of leaves. Here we go. Button there. Some more leaves. Uh-oh. I forgot that the hoe mined them super quick, so I nearly just fell all the way through the entire tree. That would not have been a very good time. On the plus side, this is definitely one of the shorter trees, so I definitely would not have died from that. If it were the tall one, there's a chance I would have died. All right, we are coming up to the very final little bit of this tree. Just a few more blocks. All right, so that is 5 of these trees now done. And again, I gotta figure out how to get down. MLG bucket clutch. There we go. Now, let's again step back. Oh, yeah. That's looking pretty cool. Turn on the shaders real quick. Oh, see, look at the highlights. Look at the highlights. You see how the light, it just shines so much brighter. Now, the big thing with the highlights, when you're up close, like it's not gonna look all that interesting, but when you're super far away, those highlights are really gonna pop. You're gonna notice them. So if I ever get an elytra, which we're 840 days in, so still no elytra, we'll see if we ever get one. But as you're just flying in, those highlights are gonna really pop, and you can see them before you even really know you're looking at a tree. It just adds that extra little touch of detail, and it's so small, but it adds so much to the environment and just the whole build. I did not mean to do that. Excuse me? There we go. I couldn't jump high enough to place the block, apparently, because that makes so much sense. With these fence posts, I understand that, but like, A log? I couldn't jump over a log? Button there. You know what we gotta do? I gotta add something over here, because while this looks actually really good and it adds quite a little bit to the build, it's not that like dense in details. Since I built that, I've put a real strong effort towards detailing all of these builds to, well, some extent. You know, they're not crazy over detailed. Some of them definitely have more than others, but that one, like there's not much happening there. I definitely need to figure out something to add. Just something to make it draw your eyes to it. You know, as it is right now, it's just kind of something that gets lost in the background. And I need to fix that. All right, we're almost done with this tree, which is big. This is the last one that's like right on the edge of the cliff. So once we complete this one, you'll get a general idea on what this area is going to look like. There's of course a few more, but they're more inland on this side. All right, maybe we're not almost done with the tree. We're still going up and up and up and up. All right, here we go. And now we're at the tippy top. Oh, there's no way I make that, right? No, there's no way I make that. Oh, I really want to go for it. No, we're not risking. We're not risking the world. I'll tell you what jump I will make, though. This one. You saw nothing. I did not miss. I would never miss. I'm too good. You didn't see a thing. Not a thing. Understood? All right. So, we've got, I think, 2 more trees. Oh, well, of course the sun is setting, but you can get a bit of an idea. Now, once we have trees filled in this entire area here, the entrance to this little logging camp is going to be so beautiful. Well, I didn't mean to hit that. I didn't even know that was a hotkey, actually. L takes you straight to your advancements. That is good to know, because honestly, I didn't know how you could see your advancements. Now I do. Yeah, I'm still kind of new to Java, so I don't really know what all these hotkeys do. But we're slowly figuring it out. All right. I think this is the last trio. I missed a block. Oh, I missed quite a few things, actually. All right, we got to get over there then. Gonna fix that. Don't fall, please. All right, we got the leaf. I gotta somehow work my way over to the pine cone. Here? No, not there. Oh well. I guess we're going up then. There it is. A couple more blocks and pine cone. Oh. Now that was some crazy falling. Oh my gosh, I did not really expect that. That did quite a lot more damage than I would have thought it would. Alright, we're gonna get some scaffold blocks, because I don't really know how to get back up there without destroying all the buttons on the tree. And I don't want to do that. Now we want some dirt. That'll work just fine. Oh, that's a creeper. That's a creepy, creepy creeper. Get out of here. And then take care of you. Very nice. Get out of here. Alright, now we can get up here. Or not. I look away for half a second and I'm already falling off the pillar. That's love. Oh. Whoopsie. We're still too close. Now we should be able to get up there. I thought that would be a better angle. It just looks like I was just jumping on your face. Okay. Now we can get back to this. That was a very long and unnecessary detour. Also, for any of you who are interested in the hardcore series that these, like you see me working on here in these streams, the next episode, so the episode that we actually build all of this in and I kind of show it off and talk about it a bit more in depth, that is coming out on Saturday. So mark your calendars, people, because it's going to be a doozy. Also, I'm really close to actually reaching 1,000 days in hardcore, which is kind of mind-boggling to me. Especially considering my last attempt at hardcore Minecraft only lasted like 300 days, I think. It was not that long. But here, I mean, 1,000 days, that's crazy. That's like 100 and some hours. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I should definitely do something special, but I'm not really sure what yet. Okay. Do I have another tree that I gotta add over here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't think so. That should be all of it. So we can switch this back to the normal, where we can see that I missed quite a few things, actually. Well, I gotta fix a few things. How did I miss all this? I don't understand. Like, it's a bright blue schematic. How do I miss this? There's that. And then wasn't there another one on here? Yeah, all the way at the top. That's fun. There it is. The other thing is I definitely grabbed a few extra resources. So I gotta figure out what was extra and what is supposed to be on the tree. Which isn't gonna be the easiest thing. Especially when I keep missing things. Alright. There's a block over here. There we go. And then there's just that one leaf, I believe. Yeah, just the one. All right, we definitely get that nice and easy. So let's head on over there. The azalea, I believe I actually just had an extra. I know I had a lot of extra buttons. I know I had extra spruce. I don't know how much. Is it all gone? Yes, it is. All right, then. We have completed the schematic. The other thing is I know there's going to be extras because the building is kind of cutting off some of that tree. So there's going to be extras from that as well. That's the wrong button, isn't it? There we go. We can remove this schematic and we can turn on the shaders now and take a bit far back look at it in the morning. I thought I saw a creeper in here. I was about to run out the building. Hello? Where's the skeleton? Oh, I see. One more block and I was far enough away. That's how close I was. Okay, morning time. We will turn on our shaders and check out the build. I'm going to toss whatever extras I can in here. Just kind of trying to do a little bit of cleanup. All right, I'm excited. Well, just from the ground, like, first of all, this looks pretty nice. I can imagine if you actually have like a full forest made up of these, I'd probably make it a bit denser. But this is really cool to walk through. Oh, I left this. Yeah, that's not a tree. That's gotta go. Whoopsie. All right, that's better. What does it look like from out here? Does that not add a bunch of character? It's just a teeny tiny touch of what I'm actually going to add. I eventually want to fill this whole area over here. So the entire area will be surrounded. And then someday I would love to make just this entire thing a custom pine forest. That's of course not like a goal anytime soon. As far as like near future, I just want to do the general area around here. Dang, I got a lot of resources. That's probably a good mix, right? I'd say so. Oh no, I'm gonna need some of these. Drop some fence posts. And some pots, I guess. Alright, let's go ahead and get started on the next set of trees, which is over here. So, okay. Turn off the shaders. So all of these, which, oh, how many trees even is this? It's gonna be a while. And apparently I gotta chop down a few vanilla trees that are in the way. Is it just the one? Those birch trees should probably... Oh, yeah, no. We gotta chop down quite a few trees first. Just a handful. Okay. What's in the way over here? See, the bright side, the way I set this up to actually figure out what to put where is completely random, which is nice. I like that. But because it was completely random, there's a lot of things I gotta fix. Hi there, cow. So like over here, we gotta just trim back the tree line a little bit. Some of these are just way too close. Which isn't a big deal, I suppose. The thing is... Oh, you're in a hole. Oh well, I guess. These big oak trees got to go. Chopping down big oak trees is such a pain. It'd be so much easier just to light these things on fire right now. Get the, I can't reach it. No. Is there a lava lake right here? Oh, yeah, there is actually. I was wondering why I kept hearing the lava. Okay. we shouldn't have to trim back too many. There's just a handful that gotta go. And I think there's only 3 of these big oak trees I gotta get rid of. Which is, you know, a bit inconvenient because they are a pain to get rid of. But once they're gone, we can start working on some of these closer trees while they decay. Can I get up here, please? There we go. All right. That's one gone. That's looking so cool, isn't it? Oh, I never even hit record. Oh. Ooh. Yeah, I had one thing to do, and I managed to mess it up. Whoopsie. That's... Ugh. I can't believe I forgot to hit record. All right, let's get up this tree again. Can we make that? That's possible. Yeah, there it is. Definitely the best way to get rid of these is just a hoe. You just kind of hop up here and hastily destroy the leaves, because otherwise you always miss something. Oh, did I just destroy... No, not really. There wasn't any grass in that area, if I remember right. Alright, so hopefully this will start decaying now. I don't think I missed any more. So that should be it. And we can start actually building trees now, which is fantastic. Just double check that. Alright. I think just this birch tree then. This is the last tree, like, in the way. The rest of it's all just in the process of decaying. And now while that all decays, we're gonna start, like, over here. We're gonna work from, like, inside out. So let's come all the way over there. And then hopefully by around the halfway point, like when we're here, we can go back in and grab the rest of our resources. So I don't like that. Oh, it's the campfires. That scared me so much. I couldn't figure out why it was like burning. I was concerned there's a lightning strike or something that hit the house. Okay, so now we can go ahead and start building up this section of forest, which is much bigger than the others, but once it's done, this area is going to look fantastic. These 2 sections of forest that I set up for us to build tonight perfectly like fit the opening or the entrance to this area. I feel like there's another word I want to use to make it describe it better, but I can't really think of it. Why not? All the spruce leaves are in my ender chest, so I can't even use them to build. Okay, let's fix some of that. We definitely don't need 2 stacks of acacia at the same time. Or 2 stacks of trapdoors, or 2 stacks of the walls. Or all these pots. That should be enough to get us through a couple of trees. And then by then, our inventory will be a lot emptier, I hope. Also, we gotta be very careful not to miss any like pine cones or something this time around. I don't want to have to climb back up here if it can be easily avoided. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Things are starting to come along. I feel like I've said that 6 times. I really don't know what else to say about this. It's just trees, but you know, it looks so cool. I've built a lot of custom trees in my day, but I've never built like a full-on forest. I've definitely tried to make something of a forest where I've added like a lot more trees, and by a lot I mean like 6. Pretty much I made an entire forest that was the density of that section over there. And you know, it was cool, but I didn't even put them all together. It would just be like surrounding an area, and I'd be like, check out this forest. So this time around, we're like actually making a forest. And it's so much more work than you would think. Actually, no, it's probably right on around what you would think, but for some reason I thought it would be a cakewalk, you know? I don't know why I thought that, but I did. Oh yeah, we got that. We got that. Definitely made up for the last one we missed. All right, what day is it? Okay. 8:41. We are getting closer and closer to 1,000 days. I am so incredibly excited. All right, that tree is now completed. I believe this is the first short tree that we're going to build over here. Right? This is a short tree? No, it's not a short tree. I don't know where the first... I don't know where the first short tree is then. I thought it was right here. Turns out it's going to be a bit farther down. Oh, do I not? Oh, that's not good. I don't have any moss carpets. There's only a stack of them. How did I not grab it? Where is it? Where is it? Oh, it's in the bundle. That's why I didn't see it. Yeah, get the bundle over there. And then we need these carpets. Yep, there we go. That is good enough. We can get on top of here now. Just climb on the roof. And then we can jump up here and get back to work. Okay, you know what, guys? I'm sorry, but this is kind of a dull stream, and for some reason my voice is kind of hurting me right now, so I'm just actually gonna end it, and I'm gonna probably go get a cup of coffee or something. Yeah, my voice is kind of sore right now. Sorry for kind of wasting the stream here, but yeah, I'm gonna call it a night.